Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is the first of my February cards. I'm calling this one the Bellyband birthday card. We are going to be using some beautiful paper from the Delightful Wishes suite. We will be using different stamps from here. We will also be using this Plaid embossing folder, and then we will be using the birthday wishes here. We also used, as a die cut, we used Spotlight on Nature for this card. So let me show you what the card is. Now that I've there's some other embellishments that we'll go through when we do this, but this is the card we're making. I think it's really a fun card. What I did with these cards is I used a white background. So to make this easier for you to see, let me put something dark underneath it for a second. So we have a belly band, and this is using one of the dies from Spotlight on Nature. It's the other side of this, but it's this size die. It's the third one, fourth one in, or third one from the center that has the little floral embellishments. We use some ribbon, and here's where the embossing folder is, and then we're going to open it up and we're going to have some two-step stamping on the inside. I think this is really a cute card, and I think we'll have fun with it. The belly band and a ribbon, and then this little bee embellishment that came with the Delightful Wishes suite. I just love them. They're really cute. They do not have adhesive on the back, but you can get a glue dot folded in half on the back, or just a touch of green glue or any other liquid glue to adhere them. But they are so darn cute. If you got a package from me, you will have found that there are in the first packet with this card is a little envelope that is going to have two of the bees in. They're for two different cards, so you just need to know that that's why there's two of them. So inside, you're going to have your envelope for sure. You're going to have a strip that is 11 by 3/4 of an inch, just roughly folded. Now this isn't perfect for your belly band yet. You'll figure it out when you finally go to putting your belly band together. You will have, let me put my envelope over here. You will have a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, and this is scored at 1.5 inches here. And then this should be, if I remember correctly, 3 1/4. Let me just double check my measurements. I'm wrong, 2 3/4. So that added together makes it, when it's folded, 4 1/4. You should have one piece of embossed strip of paper, a beautiful bow, 2 pieces of yellow, one is for a matte layer, a piece of designer series paper, and so these are going to go on here. This is 5 and 2, so the yellow is, let's start this again. Yellow is 2.5 by 5 1/4. This is going to be 2 by 5, your designer series paper. You should have one piece cut out of the Spotlight on Nature for your sentiment on the front, and then this goes on the inside. So I'm going to set up some stamps because I did not do that prior to starting my video. So we're going to do some of that. I've got my inks ready and going. Where's my stamp sets? So what we're using in here is we're using this little flower for an embellishment on the inside on this particular card. What's really fun is we're going to use this one embellishment a lot today because I like two-step stamping. I just think it's a lot of fun. So we will use this throughout the day, or throughout this series, I should say. You may not watch these all on one day, that could be the case. So those are all set for two-step stamping. And then we need something for our birthday wishes. Birthday wishes is coming out of our Simply Said. So let's get that together. I like this. I love these polymer stamps for the simple fact that I can see where I'm stamping with them. So I'll pull out another block, throw that on there, and I think we're ready to start putting our card together. The first thing we're going to do to our card, though, is we are going to glue this short piece down. So you can use tape, you can use a tape runner, you can use scoring tape, you can use green glue like I'm going to do here. And as you can see, I'm not very fancy with it. I just bring it in and push it down. Whenever I use glue, I do like to come in and spread that glue around with my bone folder. Now you saw that I was pushing the glue back this way on this card. That's not spilling over on the other side, but it flattens it out and it keeps it from bubbling about. So let me put that away for a second. And now, we're going to need it again because we are going to put our plaid piece on. Because we've embossed this paper, when you run a tape, an adhesive over it, at least for me, I find that it tears. So to prevent that, I use glue when adhering this. So we want the embossed, the debossed side is down, the embossed side up, so that means the lines are going to be up for the bold lines. So let's go in here. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And this we're just going to press down with our fingers because we don't want to use our bone folder at this point. It would just take out all that beautiful texture we created using that. Now this piece is just slightly smaller than the actual part you folded in. And you do have a moment or two to play with it, so I think that's pretty good. So that's my card. One of these is going to go in here, right here. So let's put that down. This we can use a tape runner for. And I'm going to, this is your seal, the Stampin' Seal. And we're just going to place that on the inside. I always turn everything kitty wampus, I swear. So this piece is just slightly, is it slightly smaller? There's one smaller than the other. I grabbed the right one. It's the larger of the two pieces. So these are not exactly the same size. One is smaller, and that's for the outside, and one is for the inside, which is a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to adhere this. And if you like the checkered side, you're more than welcome to use that. I wanted to show the beautiful floral paper. I stuck with yellows and greens for this. I just wanted something refreshing. It was kind of gray out, and I wanted it to be easily, I just wanted something that would lift my spirits. So that's why you chose the colors. And the cardstock here, this cardstock is the Lolly Lemon, or Lemon Lolly. It's one of those names. It is one of those names. And so we basically have our card together. So let's do some stamping. I'm going to start with my birthday wishes, and this is going to be in the Daffodil Delight. The reason why is I'm trying to make it a little bit darker on my my Lemon Lolly. There we go, birthday wishes. As long as you kind of have it centered, it's going to work out really well. And then we're going to do our stamping. Now I stamped the envelope too, so I'm going to come in with my Lemon Lolly and I'm going to stamp all over the place with this. You can put as many or as few in here as you like. I'm just going to put 3 because odd numbers to me always look best. And then I will put one on the front of my envelope and one on the back, and that's all the lemon lolly. And now I'm going to shut this for a moment because I will end up wearing it. And let's bring in back in our Daffodil Delight, and we're going to see if we can sort of figure out how this went. I think it went kind of like that. So, and there's really no wrong way to do it. If it's off-centered, that's okay. You can try and line it up as best as you want. That's what the polymer clay polymer stamps give you. Polymer clay, my goodness. Mixed media here, I tell you. Okay. It gives it kind of an impressionist type of look when you do this. So I really like it. I think two-step stamping a lot of times is very forgiving. So now the next thing we have to do is build our belly band. So when you build a belly band, I already folded these ones, but you don't want them super tight, but you don't want them super loose. You want them to just briefly hug this. So here's now you can decide if you want to cut some of this off or if you want to run the tape runner the whole way, however you want to do this. But what you want to do is make sure you line these up. Now I am going to do mine and cut a little bit off, and I'm just cutting off an arbitrary amount. I'm not measuring, I'm just taking some of the bulk out of it. Because remember, we're going to put something on top of that. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use some glue. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I am going to put this together. I'm going to line them up. I'm just going to hold that for a second. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to come in with my adhesive here. Now I did not pop mine up. I left it so it was just flat with the belly band. And I just put my adhesive there. And I'm now just going to set my birthday wishes on here. I'm going to bring in some glue dots. I'm going to grab them first. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's my glue dots. I put them on a roll and put a ribbon on them so I can peel them back. Okay, so I'm going to glue dot on using my take your pick tool. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to kind of roll it. And this is for my bow. And my bow is going to go on the bottom. And it's a little double bow. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and now I'm going to trim that. I make them longer than they need to be. And it's just so you can come in later and trim them to what you want them to be. Okay, and now we're going to have fun. And we are going to bring out one of our little bees, because my packets don't have the bees because I have a bee container. And we're going to use the other side of this after we put just a dot of glue on here. And I mean just a little dot. If I can get a little dot will be good. Okay, and it is just a very tiny little dot of glue. Tiny, tiny dot of glue. And see how nice that picks that up? And I'm just going to put my little bee on here. Okay, now stay there. It's sticking to my little gummy part. There we go. So there is our first card. I really like this card. It's simple. It just says birthday wishes. It could be for anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, though the flowers kind of make you think it's for a woman. It could be for anyone. And I will show you something that makes it really easy to get belly bands on and off a card, because usually a belly band has got a gatefold or something. There's some give in it. So I always bow my card a little bit to slide it in and slide it out and then release it. And then it fits just perfectly without snagging too much here and there. I hope you enjoyed this card. Let me know in the comments. Now you can see this one, I had it a little more off to one side. This one I had it more in the center. Either way, it works. So thank you again, and hope you like my videos. Share them if you can, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.